San Diego Comic-Con 2018 of Artists Alley and the small booths. I'm Chris, this is Yellow Productions. I do travel guides that are fun, informative, and entertaining. This is part of my live stream series on Comic-Con 2018, and I've got a whole bunch of other videos on Comic-Con 2018. Yesterday, I did a 2.5-hour live stream walking around the main part of the exhibit hall, and by that, I mean the big vendors. And so in this one, I'm gonna be walking around the smaller vendors and Artist Alley, because that was something a lot of people requested on the previous live streams. And so in this one, I'm going to be probably speaking a lot less than in the previous videos and mostly showing you what the convention looks like itself. And in order to do this in an orderly fashion, I'm going to cut through Artists Alley here and start from the beginning and then take each one of the aisles of Artists Alley, and then after I do that, then we'll check out some of the smaller vendors, and instead of just walking through the aisles, I'll be showing you some more detail, showing you exactly what are on the tables and what the booths have. And so Soap asked, how is Comic-Con so far? It is pretty good, I will say. I've been enjoying it so far. Actually, let's start here at this part of the beginning. So this is the entrance to Hall G at San Diego Comic-Con, and it begins right here. This is the end of the convention center on this side. This wall right here is the entrance to Hall H, and then the exhibit hall begins this way. 55 total aisles, quite a lot of aisles. And so let's take a look at some of these independent artists. There was a question of how much are tickets to San Diego Comic-Con. Tickets to San Diego Comic-Con, if you buy them from San Diego Comic-Con, where you should, are $60 a day, though sells out, and it is absolutely sold out. If you want to get tickets for next year, then you need to start much earlier. Sign up for a Comic-Con member ID, and then Comic-Con will email you when tickets are ready to be sold. But only, I think it's something like maybe 12% of the people that actually want tickets get tickets. So kind of the neat part about Artists Alley that we're walking down is most of these artists will do characters for you. They'll draw something for you. You can say, hey, draw me this, or draw it like that, and you can get your own personal drawing. This guy's pretty excited. He's got prints for 15 bucks and neat stickers. Very cool. I will say all of these people have much more talent than I do. I have definitely never been able to really do all that much art myself. About as far as I get is with stick figures. Okay, that was one side of this Artist Alley. We'll go down the next aisle. They've kind of got, it's called Artist Alley because the aisles are most narrow in this section. And then there's sort of a side where they just have people like setting up for the days. This guy, writer, producer, director from G.I. Joe, X-Men, Fantastic, and Johnny Quest. This booth definitely has a lot of cute stuff, reminiscent of My Little Pony, pinks and pastels, Wonder Woman, and in fact there is My Little Pony. Look at that, I love it. Not all the artists are here all the time. Obviously they're independent artists, and so some of the time they'll just not be here, they'll be at lunch and they cover up their table. People are here to guard their table. Well, yeah, let's definitely. If you have any questions as I go, or you want me to stop and go back and look at something in a little more detail, let me know. I will be happy to do that. That is kind of how live streams work, after all. Indiana Jones, Lilo and Stitch, Hufflepuffle. Of course, adjacent to this section are a lot of vendors that sell art material supplies. It would make sense that maybe a lot of these artists might run out of their art material supplies. And here's somebody doing a bit of painting. Silver Surfer right there. And you might be buying some art, so you might need to take some home. You can pick up all your tubes and things like that you'd want, so you can actually pack your art in your suitcase and not have it get crushed. Soap asks, have I heard of Monster Palooza, by the way? I have not heard of Monster Palooza. What is Monster Palooza? And you got this as hello, hello, how's it going? It is going very well. Thank you for asking.
It's a little data from the person. Well, because I know he wanted to make that PG-13, it's understandable.
This is going to be a hard R. Yeah. Spawn is not really going to talk, so
I'm going to make it more,
yeah, like Spawn is going to be like Jaws. You're going to see parts of the shark, but you're not going to see the shark.
Adalberto Felipe just joined in the live stream from Brazil. Greetings, Adalberto. I hope one day you can be at San Diego Comic-Con too.
Okay, we'll come back later.
Okay, we'll talk. All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
Today's Friday, it's the second day of Comic-Con, so as I walk around, you will see many more people in cosplay. It's a much bigger cosplay day today at Comic-Con than it is yesterday, and then the biggest cosplay day is definitely Saturday. I like this booth. Why? Because it has ears on the booth. That's cute. Oh, here's some mariachis walking by. Every good convention needs some mariachis. Random Gamer asks, any Venom news? There's always news. I haven't heard any personally about Venom, but there's so much that goes on at Comic-Con. Everybody really has a different con experience. And I've spent half my time here making videos, which means I'm probably less plugged into some of the news than I should be.
Okay. That's perfect.
Oh, when I moved down to...
Yeah, the first shelf is exactly. Yes. And they were high.
Hello.
One was 70, and then that was it. I think that was it. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Dad. Really appreciate it. All right, I love you. I'll talk to you soon, okay? I will. Bye, Dad.
Right back there, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Joker and Wolverine on some metallic type prints. Jennifer Perez has joined in the live stream. Hi, Jennifer. It's awesome that you'll be at San Diego Comic-Con next year. Hope you're finding these live streams useful and enjoyable. When you're here next year, look for the yellow shirt and say hi. Hikari Tokaje, greetings from Mexico. I bet you did not expect to see mariachis at Comic-Con. But people cosplay just about everything, it seems like.
That it was like
Random Gamer asks, when was the Sony panel on? Usually Sony's panel is on Saturday in Hall H. That's typically, oh, look at this, Sonic the Hedgehog. That's really cool. And not just Sonic, but Knuckles. Hello. Okay, we'll take this aisle the other direction. I like this. These comics are in an old luggage case. Kerbu asks, what do the artists charge for blank comics? Every artist kind of has different prices for things, but like you can probably see here, here's a price list for some things. 5x7 prints, $10, 11x7, $25. But every artist basically has a different price since it's independent.
Every year I try to find all the comics that they have on, so like buy them cheaper. And
Marco Torres asked if I was able to see the Conan show out here, and I tried to get tickets, but unfortunately I did not win the ticket lottery. I've tried every year for the last 3 years. I sign up, but no dice. A friend of mine saw them the first year they were out here. I know he thought it was pretty fun. I do TiVo it, because I think it's always fun to watch the Conan O'Brien cosplays. Here's some prices for this guy. His prints are a little more expensive, though they're a little bigger. He's also selling pins. This is a great name for a comic book. It is the Uncanny Pickle. Here, you can get something commissioned. Prices start at $50. Obviously, it's going to cost more if you want them to draw something new than if you're just asking them for a print. How's it going?
Just saw your videos the other day.
Oh, did you really? Right on. That's cool. Right now, there are 62 people on the live stream. I'm doing a tour of Artists Alley.
Crazy.
Yeah. Tell me about your art.
All the way from the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands. Very good. Have you been to Comic-Con before?
No, it's the first time.
All right, how are you enjoying it?
It's pretty crowded.
It is pretty crowded. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoy the con. It's great art you have here. Cool. Thank you. This art is on wood.
Oh, I got it. So we were the three.
Oh, these guys are cool. This was in... These guys are in my cosplay video from yesterday. All right, so you guys make all your own costume, right? You make this out of metal yourselves?
Yeah, not metal, polyurethane resin.
Oh, wow.
Well, this one right here is 3D printed.
Very cool. I like it. These guys were very convincing. I'm not sure if that was you in it, but the guy that was wearing that yesterday, that was you. All right. I loved it. You did good cosplay, too.
Enjoyed the heck out of the costume. It's really effective on its own. Where are you? You don't even know where it's from in order for it to be effective.
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, thank you very much. So I think that's an interesting thing about art, right? Is art does not just have to be something that's drawn. Obviously, being a comic book convention, you would think it would be, but costumes really are an art in and of themselves. That's why Comic-Con's Masquerade, which is their annual costume contest, has a lot of people that make costumes for professional actual things. And they judge it based on how artistic the quality of the costumes are that people wear in the contest. Here's some art on wooden blocks. Return of the Dapper Men. When are those Dapper Men coming back? These prints are pretty cheap, $5. Patricia Rodriguez joined in, said, hello, I'm Portuguese. Hello, Patricia. Somebody commented and said not a lot of cosplays. I would say the cosplay average today is about maybe 1 in every 20 people are wearing costumes. But since we talked about cosplay, I'm gonna walk this way just so you can see this guy in costume. I like his cosplay. He's got, well, he's kind of like a robot, one of these robots here, and he's got Sylvester on his head. He's got some pretty neat shoes. I mean, that's pretty cool cosplay. That's pretty original. I like it. Yes, Looney Tunes Voltron. Close enough. Ooh. So here's another artist that's not here, but it's Alice in Wonderland, like a creepy Alice in Wonderland. Riddler says, he's glad I'm spending my time in Artist Alley. Well, thanks for joining in, and I'm glad that you're glad. I mean, fundamentally, that's why Comic-Con can exist, or comics can exist, or any of this stuff can exist, is artists actually create these things that we like to consume. And if there were no artists, there'd be no big Marvel movies, because nobody would have made those initial comic books that the movies are made on. Veteran DC Marvel creator Miranda Lightwood joined in from Mexico. Thanks for joining in from Mexico, Miranda. Zero Comic says, it's so calm on Artist's Alley. Artist's Alley is absolutely the calmest place at Comic-Con because, well, the vendors are calm, there's no big sales, there's nobody yelling. And so yes, it's a calm place. Though it's busy, but calm. There's a question, when is the Vikings panel? I do not know when the Vikings panel is. And there was also a request to go to Hall H for a panel. Unfortunately, they don't let you live stream from Hall H, so that would do you all no good with these live streams. Here's Spider-Man. Look at that. Patricia Rodriguez says Comic-Con Portugal is very small. How small is it, Patricia? Do you regularly go to Comic-Con Portugal? It's good. This artist does not bite. I was worried. He looks hungry. A little bit. Just a little bit, he says. I like the different tea posters. Earl Grey, chai tea, jasmine. Do you like tea? All right, excellent, great art. There's some art. It's Groot and Guardians of the Galaxy. And here we have Kevin the Drunk Jedi. I mean, that just sounds intriguing based on the name alone. There was a comment that said she was smiling at me. I feel like when you hold a camera in front of people for a while and they don't know what you're doing, their general reaction is to smile. Though, you know, there are some places where artists will be like, no photos, no videos. But I think the artists that come to Comic-Con are ones who want to be discovered. And so they actually want photos and videos because they hope that people will appreciate their art. Paige Housen said, just subscribed this morning. Thanks for filming for us. Paige, thanks for joining in. Martin says it's much busier today. It is much busier today. It only gets busier. It gets busier from today until tomorrow. Here's someone else filming with a much bigger camera than mine. Televisa. Likely an international television station. These tables are all really crowded, which makes it hard to show you guys what's at those tables. Jennifer Perez says that's from Mexico. Toku Texas Cosplay asks if I've seen any Power Rangers cosplay? Toku Texas, I absolutely have. And I dropped a link in the description of this video to my best cosplay video from yesterday. And in that, there were a couple of Power Rangers, I think, made an appearance in that video. If you have not checked it out, definitely check it out when you're done watching this live stream. Retro Suspect joined in from Arizona. Thanks, Retro Suspect, for joining in. Martin said, agree, really enjoying your live streams. Thank you, Martin, and I appreciate the kind words. This is Harley Quinn right here. This artist will be signing a little bit later. Oh, and they've got some nice art that's on cards. Obviously, Harley Quinn and the Joker, that would totally make sense. Mr. Internet wonders if there's somewhere a level 90 wizard. There probably is. There is just about everything here at Comic-Con, and I'm sure there's a level 90 wizard too. I like this artist's signs, even though they're not there. This is pretty creative to do their signs on carpets.
Oh, no. I was looking through your catalog here, if you don't mind.
And Patrick and Shelley Block, the artists of Walt Disney's Donald Duck. It's pretty cool. It's a classic character right there.
That's big. That's a great thing. Good. Good. We've been working this line for like 2 hours.
Leah Hernandez, the artist from Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans!
That's right, we got Teen Titans. Right.
Teen Titans, very good.
Yes, indeed. All right, I'll talk to you later. Good luck. The artist will be here in about an hour. She sketches in every book that she's buying.
Very good, thank you. Here's some Deadpool art. It's the official Fox movie poster art.
Yeah, totally.
Oh wow, it's like Game of Thrones art. It's the Lannisters and the Starks as record covers. Wow, that's pretty original. I like this guy, Ethan Castillo. He is an artist, a gamer, and a nerd. You could refer to Comic-Con as NerdCon, and something tells me Ethan loves Spider-Man. You love Spider-Man, Ethan? Good deal. All right, so that completes Artist Alley. No, there's one more aisle of Artist Alley if I can make it through the people. Now, everybody said, wow, Artist Alley is so calm. We're going to be getting into the thick of things now with lots of people on this convention floor.
I can remember they've always had that.
So there are totally going to be people walking in front of the camera. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that.
And I took it back over and I said, well, it was in a bag.
Zero Comics says yellow. How's the comic sales in the event? I was looking yesterday and I was shocked to see some exhibitors selling back issues and nobody in their booths. Sorry, my English. Zero Comics, I would say every year there are less and less comics at the show, which is absolutely disappointing for something that is called San Diego Comic-Con. Yes, and Mile High Comics is one of the classic vendors that was here every year, but I think they've just decided that the market for comics at Comic-Con has bottomed out a little bit, which is truly unfortunate. But it is great to see that the Artist's Alley is quite vibrant. Deep Stifler joined in from India. Thanks for joining in, Deep Stifler. Beth S says the small press is a really cool area as well. Cool. I will try to get over there at some point. I'm gonna raise this camera up now that I'm going through some crowds. And we're gonna try to take a look at some of these small booths. What's in here? So the booths in this section of Comic-Con are generally artsy in nature because they're near the artist's alley, but now we're going to the booths that are definitely more in the vendor variety. Daniel Elliott just commented and said he saw my live stream from yesterday and he's tuning in today. Glad he can be here through the live stream. I am glad you can be here through the live stream too. We saw this guy yesterday, Juan Solo. Great character. Oh, it is busy. In case you're curious about how busy it is, look, it's busy. It's a sea of people. Martin says, too many people. Yes, it is. Renee Cordova says, thanks again. Saludos from Mexico. Renee, thank you. Retro Suspect says, is Venom in the new Fantastic Four? I am not sure, Retro Suspect.
Missed a few areas that look like they were shot.
This booth is very pastel looking. What we've got here, we've got pineapples and tacos and ice cream and French fries and hamburgers and very friendly people that work here. I love it. This is a great booth. Yeah, I might have to come back here and pick some up a little later. I'm live streaming with about 100 people on right now from Brazil and Mexico, so yeah, good deal. Excited people. When you guys come to Comic-Con, check out their booth because they're awesome. Oh, and look at that. They've even got like a Chinese lunch pail stuffed animal and a fortune cookie and a pizza. I mean, that's pretty neat. There is like everything you can get at Comic-Con.
I don't think I can name a single person I would consider.
I can name like 12.
Yeah, that's a scary guy.
Stalin Garcia says, hi, Yellow, just subscribed to your channel. Stalin, thanks for subscribing. Tentacle Kitty. What do we got here, Tentacle Kitty? We have kitties with tentacles?
The one, the only, my friend.
The one and only Tentacle Kitty. Very good. I love it. Thank you very much. And behind Tentacle Kitty, if I can get through here, is Furry Feline Creatives, where you can join the bowel movement. Maybe that's the other stall next to them. Furry Feline Creatives have a lot of feline-inspired things. They're not all felines. This is a coffee mug from Infected Toilet Bowls. Just kidding. Jennifer Perez, whose business card did you want me to ask for? Oh, that one probably with the stuffed animals. Yeah. This one is like, it's all about toilet paper here in this stall. As you can see here, they've got a big roll of toilet paper in the back. And in the front, they've got other toilet papers right there. And here's some cosplayers walking by with their lightsabers. This stall over here is pretty good. Squid Kids and Linda Panda.
Yeah, so that should be a fun project.
I think these are some of the Squid Kids
I'm like
in the corner.
while I'm doing live projects.
But they've also got these very interesting, would you call this a statue? They're statues of Nintendo cartridges with arms and legs and feet.
Games that I own. So I have a whole shelf that I have. So I can put this right on the shelf once it's in.
And then there's some cute art right here. Something you'll see a lot at Comic-Con because these booths cost so much is a lot of vendors teaming up together. Like maybe 3 or 4 artists will get together to go in on one booth and kind of break it up so that way they don't spend a fortune.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Monkey see, monkey do, monkey kung fu. This is the Hyperactive monkey booth where everything is monkeys. Monkey kung fu, the nature of monkey kung fu, the ABCs of monkey kung fu. You can get some Woot Bears. You can get some Hyperactive monkey patches, some monkey stickers.
I needed the orange with the pink.
Oh, that one.
There was a question of, what was the question I saw? What level am I on? This is the ground level. This is the exhibit hall floor. The Young Bucks, the Earth's mightiest tag team. Okay, we're gonna go up this other aisle again. You can see easily how at Comic-Con it can take hours or days to walk the exhibit hall floor because this is about as fast as you can walk through most of these booths. It takes a long time. This one we've got, this kind of looks like Tokidoki inspired wear. Some fanny packs. We've got something that looks like Elmo except he's Elmo poo and Cookie poo. They've got a sriracha stuffed animal, a cup of noodle stuffed animal. Oh, this one's interesting. These are some interesting clothing right here. And pillows, artistic pillows, it looks like. Let's walk into the stall. Pillow show pricing. Small is 55, large is 100, floor pillow is 150. Oh wow, and you can even get these decorations in chairs too. They've got a whole book about like comic book wing chairs. And you can get it in a cup, which then attaches to this other side of the booth, which has a lot of pins. Just gonna squeeze through here if you don't mind. Thank you. And then, I mean, this is like, what is that? Mao Zedong with bunny ears or something? And we've got some interesting dog sculptures with crowns. There's that guy smoking a cigarette too. I mean, this is like definitely some interesting pop culture stuff to furnish your house with. Do I mind? Yeah, I'm doing a live stream. There's 100 people on the live stream. Yeah, I'm walking. Friendly fellow right there. He apparently doesn't like me talking next to him. So sorry. This is Dke Toys. They sell unique toys. These are not the ones you're gonna find at Toys R Us or Target. These are things that all have limited editions. Limited edition, signed and numbered, edition of 50. You can get the Killer Cola. R2-D2 Killer Cola.
Pretty good for like she didn't have the wig. Like it was too itchy.
600 is like a
Or you can get the Star Bong. It's totally for kids.
Oh, it is?
And there's Robot Chicken, a real American value meal. Okay. I'm going back to this booth
Yeah, we're
and seeing if
right
they
at
have
the
any
booth,
cards.
like, all these like plush toys, by 5200.
I haven't seen the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, like literally right.
Yummy World, do you have any cards?
We are part of Kid Robot, so we have Kid Robot cards.
Oh, cool. Thank you very much. Somebody on the live stream asked.
KidRobot.com.
KidRobot.com. All right, thank you very much. An ever popular booth is Tokidoki. Tokidoki is by this Italian artist, Simone, I forget his last name, but the Tokidoki booth always has long lines, and so I'm gonna stop at the entrance just to look in because I'd have to get in line to go inside any further. But Tokidoki stuff, it's always cute. They always have special San Diego Comic-Con gear, and Simone often is here at Comic-Con signing. Best website wants me to get in line to buy junk. There are a lot of lines to buy stuff here. Okay, this booth is selling like models. They've got Legos, they've got Star Wars, they've got Zaku 2 scale models. They've also got the Eiffel Tower and R2-D2, Groot, the Millennium Falcon, and this is an aisle that looks really stuck. I am turning around and I'm gonna go down a different aisle because if I walk down that aisle for too long, you guys are just gonna see the back of heads. Deathhound says any Dragon Ball stuff. I am sure there is. Probably just haven't made it yet. I mean, there's certainly the Bandai booth and things like that, but I'm sure these independent vendors would have Bandai stuff too. Here we go. This is a rib or something on a bone, a stuffed animal. These are Funko Pops. There's a big Funko booth here, but there's also a lot of folks reselling Funko Pops. It's primarily what this stall has. Martin says it's too busy. It is really busy, Martin. And if you don't like people, then it's hard. This is interesting. This is a company called Equilibrium Urban Survival Gear Build Your Own Bag. And so you get these various bags that you can see down here, and they kind of have these decal things that you put on them so that you can make it your own and customize it. And I don't know if this is part of the same bag company. I think it is. These like tactical bags. They are taking orders for shipment in February. I guess it takes them a while to make that stuff. You know, people talked about some of those things were crap, but you know, there's actually a lot of these booths here that sell things like this, which is, you know, these sort of like mystery bags. These mystery bags are $39. What's in it? You never know. They've got cute corgi plushes up on the top. The corgi is like, I don't know, I feel a really popular Japanese dog. Or these Japanese anime type characters. They've also got some Japanese anime type wall scrolls that you can decorate the art in your house. Oh, and these are cool. They're custom display messenger bags. So you can take this bag and you can put your stuffed animal or things in it so people can see what you're carrying as you're walking around. Steampunk, really popular Comic-Con. And this booth sells fine hats and feather fashions. Let's go over here, see if we can get into this booth. Thank you.
I need a mashup because he has a Pendragon doublet. I can see where that could be totally
A lot of work is crossed between each other.
This could be out. This is very much every day.
Absolutely. Let us know if you have any questions.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's actually more comfortable.
I actually don't see them.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll put yeah.
No, I'm saying 2 minutes. They only have those in SD, but they do have the original clip episode in SD.
This is Gecko from Japan. What does Gecko from Japan have? Wow. These are some interesting art. What I love about a lot of Japanese booths and things like that is they will say things to tell you photos are okay, specifically. Because in Japan, there's a lot kind of funny stuff about where people don't like you to take pictures, and so you can always tell where they're from when they tell you photos are okay. It's a board game right here. Hail Hydra. I love it. It's the Hail Hydra, the game. Very good. Nice cosplay, too. With Hydra, all the way. He asked me where my loyalty lies, if you couldn't hear that. So here's J-Box, your friend in Japan. I think there was sort of a question about what all this anime stuff has to do with comics, and absolutely this convention has become not just comics, but it's really almost referred to as like a pop culture convention. You know, anime is really popular, manga has to do with comics, which goes into anime, so maybe you want like a mouse pad, you know? A mouse pad from Japan. They have a sign back there that says, "Ask us about our dolphin polishers." Wow, that's cool. I don't even know what a dolphin polisher is.
You're being tried for treason.
Dolphin polisher is a like a Tenga egg or any other device that allows a guy to control his prostate health.
Interesting. Thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and move on from that one, since this is a family-friendly channel. There was a request for me to go back to Artist Alley. I spent the first half hour there, so not to bore the people that started, I probably will not head back into Artist Alley. These are cool. Beyond Good and Evil. $399. This stall right here is the E is for Erotica stall. Again, streaming on YouTube, I will not walk into the E is for Erotica stall. This is the Disney Shorts booth. What do we have in the Disney Shorts? They're like little sculptures that are short. This is Stuart Books. Selling not individual comics, but more graphic novel books and comic art. This is good. It's the Sweet Tits Muffin Company, locally owned and operated. Save the environment, kill yourself. You know, people at Comic-Con have an interesting sense of humor, I will say. I should probably wear that when I go outside and see the people from Greenpeace, just to get a reaction. This booth, crystalcastle.com, quality products for serious gamers. And what do they have? They have a lot of dice. I mean, any kind of dice you want, 7-piece giant sets, handmade dice necklace. You want a 10-sided, a 6-sided, a 20-sided. Do you want giant metal dice? Do you want ones made out of rare stones? They've got it here. If you are a D&D gamer or something like that, you will appreciate those quality dice. Me being a huge nerd and used to having played a lot of Magic the Gathering, I actually have some of their big metal dice.
It's a blue jasper.
And then they've got pirate coins, pirate poker, counters. And then if you just want pounds of dice, you can buy your dice by the pound.
Yeah, because we were like, oh, if you want
Sugar Cat just joined in, said they're a new subscriber. Thanks for subscribing, Sugar Cat. This is a pinup artist and illustrator of pinup art. Here's an artist, a couple artists that are kind of out of the artist zone, but there's, as I said, these vendors are kind of tied to things that are artistic, and they're friendly too. My Little Pony commissions, friendship is magic. I love it, there's a commission right there. Very good, thank you.
I'll take care of it for you this show.
And this artist is also doing commissions. What do we got here? Kim Jong Gius. Oh wow, this guy's cool too. He's got a camera set up so you can actually see him drawing in the back. That's pretty neat. This is the Hero Initiative, helping comic creators in need. And they're taking a picture, so I'm pausing while they take their picture. This is the comic book and comic strip original artwork, Tri-State Original Art, where they've got original comic book art here. There was a comment that there's a lot of talented artists this year. Absolutely. I find that, I mean, these people have more drawing talent in their little finger than I have in my whole body. This is some impressive artwork up here. Beth S says, I love the positivity you're giving to the artists as you go by. Thanks, Beth. I think it's important. As I said before, if these people didn't create their art, none of the stuff that all of us enjoy, that this convention stands for, would exist. And I think being an artist is really a pretty hard job, so I think it's important that they get encouraged.
You figured it out anyway, but you're going to learn to read very soon.
Pokey Dad and Daughter said, I subscribed yesterday. Thank you for the live stream, watching from Ohio. Thanks, Pokey Dad and Daughters.
So here's my toolbox right here. So, I mean, as far as colors, I've got different.
This is a booth by the Los Angeles Academy of Figurative Art. So if you want to learn how to draw art with figures, you can go to the Los Angeles Academy of Figurative Art with friendly people, too. And they've even got some postcards with pandas. This is Lemonade with a slightly different spelling, L-E-M-E-N, obviously by the artist Vanessa's last name. This is really kind of like spacey art. There's Alan right next door. Very spacey inspired stuff. I love it. Very nice.
So this one's going to be for that gallery show.
Dude115 is watching from Santa Cruz, California. Dude, thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Carla Aranda says hello. Mr. Pampered Designs asks if I'm streaming on my phone. I am streaming on a Samsung Galaxy S9 using a DJI Osmo Mobile 2 gimbal to keep it steady. And I have a lavalier microphone connected to it so that as I put the phone further away from my mouth, you can still hear what I'm saying. This is kind of a new rig that I set up to do this year. Oh, this is, you know, I think it's always funny to see two people cosplaying the same character. So there's Rogue on the left and there's Rogue on the right. This is Stan Sakai Usagi Studios.
Are you Chris Rainey?
I am Chris Rainey.
I follow your production.
Oh, right on. Very cool. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Bruce.
Yeah, I would shake your hand, except I'm doing a live stream with 150 people on it right now.
Okay.
So nice to meet you, Bruce. Yeah, thanks for saying hey.
Got me through Maui and Honolulu.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thanks. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So there was just a fellow watcher right there who said he loved the Maui video. So that's great. And if you come back and watch this live stream, please don't feel I was rude, but whenever people come up to me and I want to make sure that they know that there's a lot of other people listening, which are all of you. So here's another kind of board game place, Chess X for dice, and this place has even more dice than the other one. So for everybody who is shouting out what booths you want me to go to, if you tell me booth numbers and they sort of line up to where I am, then I'll go. Otherwise, I don't really know where a lot of those booths are. You can see I'm in aisle 4900, so, and I'm walking down to lower numbers. In this stream, oh wow, look at these big dice. In this stream, I'm probably not gonna get, these are really big. I'm just putting my finger in here for comparison.
Of course, you need.
Those are big dice.
Properly themed dice for everything. Yeah.
Okay, I hear 4921. I will go to 4921 as I'm walking this way. Here's some folks dressed up in steampunk. This booth is pretty cool. This is Imagination Galleries. And Imagination Galleries, they sell these like little dragons they have on their shoulder. I've got 126 people on the live stream. Would you show them your dragon? Does he have a name?
He does not yet. Any suggestions?
Oh, I don't know. Does anybody have any suggestions for the dragon name? I'll come back and I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. How much are your dragons?
So we have baby dragons over there that start at $34.
Yeah.
To $64. Bigger dragons along the back wall start at $79 and go up to, oh dear God. No matter what size the dragon, they all move their heads up and down and they all move side to side. Some of the bigger dragons can flap their wings, wiggle their tails, or even breathe smoke.
That's very cool. And somebody liked the name Goku the Dragon.
I like that one.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. Whoa, this is cool. This is some steampunk stuff right here. This is a big steampunk statue. I mean, that's really impressive. Let's come in here and take a look. Martin, you suggest Four Eyes the Dragon. Did he have glasses? Maybe he did, so then he could be a Four Eyes. Oh, this is always an interesting company. This is Utila Kilts, which are utility kilts. You can see these guys wearing these kilts here, and they are kilts that have extra pockets on them, so you can carry a lot of stuff in your kilt. What do you guys think? Should I buy a utility kilt? Like, is that manly? They're here at Comic-Con every year, and it's probably a place where you'll see more kilts than anything else. Hollywood Goes Mad. What about Hollywood Goes Mad? T-shirts, art. Dade the Dragon, Four Eyes the Dragon. DB2 says men are sexy in kilts. All right, I'll come by and think about that. There was a question if I have bought anything yet. I have not purchased anything at Comic-Con yet. I did go by the Bondi booth to purchase something yesterday, but they were all sold out by the time I got there. These are some really creepy stuffed bears. There was a question on what booth were the dragons in. It's called Imagine Dragons, and this is aisle 4900. Oh, 4921. Somebody wanted me to go back to 4921, where these t-shirts were. Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How about yourself?
All right. Look how smooth that is. That's good.
It is pretty smooth. Yeah. Okay, that was booth 4921. Doug Potter says, can I please go to booth K13? Doug, is that in the Artist's Alley? I've walked through most of the Artist's Alley already, so hopefully you'll see that in there. I'm kind of working my way forward. Oh, here's some people doing some video, an interview, some cosplayers. They've got an AP microphone, so likely from the Associated Press. I mean, there's always very impressive people that come here with big, impressive cameras. Sugar Cat says, thanks, Yellow. My pleasure. And I said, if there's anybody, okay, I have Hail Hydra. I've already been down that aisle, so we're going to go down this way. Gaming with RJ says, go to Fortnite. RJ, what's the booth number? Martin says, Zelda. Is that Zelda? Oh yeah, that looks like Zelda right there. Very good. This is one I showed in my longer live stream the other day, but I just love this booth. This is a lot of great steampunk art right here. Hoe neck sculpture. For everybody who's asking me to go to panels, particularly in Hall H and Walking Dead, I cannot live stream from Hall H. So that's why we're staying on the exhibit hall floor. Zachary Zwogman says, can I donate money? Zachary, to where? To Comic-Con? To me? You don't need to give me any money. Just keep watching my videos. That's all I ask. I love that you all watch them. If nobody watched them, I wouldn't do them. No, it's cool, Zachary. It's all good. But I really appreciate the thought. Black and White Mice. Havoc wants me to go to 4919. Yes, I can go to 4919. It's just the aisle next door. Jennifer asks if I've bought anything. I have not bought anything yet. This is Queen's pinup art from Lorenzo Sperlonga. Best website wants me to try and find a talented black artist. I guarantee there are some here, but I am not quite playing a hunt like that. But I'm guaranteed there are some around. There are talented artists in every race. These are really big prints. And $100. Not too bad. Somebody asked about Venom earlier, if they're still on. Here's some Venom art in the back. Edge of the Venomverse. Star Wars. This art also, I think, looks really sharp because they've got it illuminated. Jennifer, that's a good question. If I end up with some swag, then yes, I will. To this point, I haven't really got any free giveaways because I've mostly just been doing videos. This is the art of Monty Michael Moore.
I have to see if I have purchased
Mazik DM me says, can you please go towards Steven Universe? Yes, I will go towards Steven Universe. It is in the direction that I am walking. But Steven Universe is also in my live stream from yesterday, the one that was like 2.5 hours. I got there at about hour 2 hours and 15 minutes, maybe?
I'll do when you tell me when, I'll just do that.
I saw a request for booth 557. Unfortunately, that ends up going in the wrong direction from where I'm walking. I started in Artist Alley in that area, so I am going to lower numbers. Lower numbers. Though I will hit booth 49 something or other that was asked for. Arthur Adams, right here. Arthur Adams Art.
Oh, wow. Business cards or
covers, prints. I think one Spider-Man to be that's not a and they actually travel. They travel.
There was a question of what my favorite cosplay was so far, and if you watch, I linked in the description below a video to my cosplay video from yesterday, the best cosplay I saw yesterday, and my favorite is the guy who started it was the Joker. He's the intro and he's the end. I think he did good. He had like I feel like good cosplay is not just the costume, but it's also the attitude and everything that goes with it. And so the Joker that I saw yesterday, he had the whole attitude of the Joker. And I feel right, cosplay is really creating that character. Last year, my favorite cosplay, it opened up, he opened up my best cosplay of 2017. He was a guy playing Jack Sparrow, and he got into the whole act. The way he walked, the way he talked, all those things. This is a cool booth. It is Baby Tattoo Carnival of Astonishing Art, which kind of looks like some stuff that you might see in a sideshow. And some things that look like they're tiki inspired. And Daniel Elliott agrees, cosplay, so yeah, not the costume. Cringe, welcome. If I make it back to the Mattel booth, I'll try to find that again. Oh, this is a neat, like, little sculpture spinning this skull. But, you know, I'll tell you, Cringe, I actually walked by the Mattel booth again yesterday after I stopped streaming to try and find that.
First made a Chihuahua who go looking for wild dragons, a great magic tree world. But then the story gets weird.
I bet it does. Very good. Thank you very much. There was a question of if I've done the small press area yet. I have not done the small press area yet. Daniel joined in. Greetings from Mexico. Thanks for joining in, Daniel. That's some very pastel-y art in there, but it's busy, so I can't get in. Havoc HD asked, how much did the Comic-Con ticket cost? It costs $60 a day. Oh, this is interesting art. This is art, Star Wars art on skateboards. That's pretty cool.
How are you? Good, Beth.
There was a question of what major things I want to see at Comic-Con. Probably the major things I want to see are some of the panels tomorrow. American Dad, Family Guy, The Simpsons. I always enjoy those animation panels. I always enjoy Kevin Smith. He does a big Q&A panel every year. I also enjoy the Comic-Con Masquerade, which is their big cosplay stage show. I also really enjoy walking around, as I said. And I also, I like the vendors that come in cosplay too, right? Just like right here, you know. I feel like that's the spirit. Cringe asked, how was it when I went outside? Good. I've got some live streams yesterday from what's outside the convention center. Guys, maybe just cool it on the Trump conversation, okay? So here's a couple of big anime booths right next to each other. This one is mostly anime t-shirts. And there was a question about Dragon Ball stuff earlier. So here's a bunch of Dragon Ball t-shirts. And one of my favorite characters back there, it's the Gudetama. It's an egg. It's a Japanese character that is an egg. Cringe asked, what booths do you like visiting this year? I always like the Marvel booth. They're going to have a cosplay contest coming up, so that'll be fun. I just like all the booths, and I like friendly people at booths. Loud people behind me. People waving. I love it. That's good. Dinosaurs. Sharks. David said, are you going to film the cosplay? I will absolutely film the Marvel cosplay contest. That's on Saturday. So I will not live stream that, but I will shoot that and edit it, and that'll be up on Sunday. And I will also attempt to shoot the highlights of the Masquerade, which is the big cosplay contest that just sort of ends up where I end up getting a seat. If I'm near the front or if I'm near the back where I can actually shoot things. And let's go in here to this anime booth. There was a question about if I can go see something with the Flash. I don't know where the Flash is, so. Lenticular posters. So these are posters, it's probably hard to see in the video, but they're almost 3D. Like, they have a bit of depth to the posters. Maybe as I walk around, you can see some of that depth. I don't know. David Newcomb, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. If there's anybody else new on the stream, definitely subscribe because I'll be having more Comic-Con content coming up this weekend. This booth is pretty cool just for how they've displayed some things. Like, that's a pretty cool Street Fighter character, I'm gonna say. This is a cool diorama. And there was a question about any Venom news. I do not have any Venom news. This company is called Merit International, and their website is toyfx.com. I mean, this is a pretty neat way to display your toys when they've got like animations on them. You're good. Thank you. There was a question if I can swing by the Troma booth. It is lower in numbers, and it's not that far from here. So yes, there is a chance I can swing by the Troma booth. Remind me as I get closer to aisle 4000, if you're still on by then. So over on the left is WB, ABC. We're coming up on Walking Dead. Those are all the big booths that I did in my live stream from yesterday, so I will not be walking through those in this live stream. If you want to see those, watch the archive from yesterday. We are doing small booths and artists in this video. Here's more anime. Cute little cats, posters. There was a request for me to go to the Lego booth. That is in the archive from yesterday, so check that one out when you're done watching this one. I visited that booth about in the middle. It is pretty cool though. Something new at this booth, we haven't seen a lot of other booths, are cute socks. And J-pop or K-pop artists.
When they're late because of Australia.
Building dreams in miniature. You guys have a lot of miniatures. I like it. Thank you. This seems to be kind of the miniature aisle. This table has a lot of miniatures. It's all good. Ben Gallardo says he's watched most of my live streams. Well, thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying them. Click my vid, asks if I've been by AA. What is AA? I don't know. And Jennifer Connolly says, thank you for your coverage. Thank you, Jennifer, for watching and the kind words. Oh, here's some toys from Coco. That's the new Pixar movie that recently came out. Thank you. Hero asks if I've been to the Sideshow Collectibles booth. I was in the Sideshow Collectibles booth in my live stream yesterday. So you can check that out yesterday. Okay, I probably messed this up yesterday. I was looking at King Kong and I said Godzilla, but this booth is definitely Godzilla. I mean, how many different shapes and sizes of Godzilla do you want? To me, this is a super classic Comic-Con booth because if you're a really big collector of Godzilla, you would want every Godzilla there ever was, right? Totally.
I can't trust you. Listen.
Satellite soda. Oh wow, these are like half-brain aliens? Sugar Cat says there's been 32 likes, let's get 50 likes. If you are enjoying this live stream, I would totally appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. Wow, this thumbs up if you like this guy. This guy's awesome. This is like the dead Captain Jack Sparrow. That's really good. And he's getting into the whole cosplay too. Very good. That's awesome. The Cinema Makeup School, they always do some really impressive cosplay. Obviously to advertise their makeup school, that if you want to learn how to do cinema makeup, you could go there. Jennifer, thank you for giving it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Kiko asks if you're doing any panels. It's really hard to live stream in the panels. I'll likely be going to like some of the animation ones, The Simpsons, American Dad, but I will likely not be live streaming from the panels. This is swords, knives, and Legos. Jesse Demore says, I like the live stream and subscribe. Thanks, Jesse. Oh, this is so cute. Look at this. This is called Sugar Fueled. And is that a mouse on a rainbow cake? I mean, I could see they could like cakes. I like cakes too.
Sun is shining. Hey,
Here's more swords and what the Hammer of Thor right there. Here's some people cosplaying and being interviewed by fandom.
So Kylo, do you have any Comic-Con exclusives for us? Hang on, you might not be done. Hey Kylo, give us that
This is Tiki Art, Devon DeVroe. Tiki Art. It's all Tiki inspired.
So are you going to get your Harley?
It's right now, isn't it?
Oh, I just thought you might be able to get it.
There was a request for me to go to a booth 49 something. Is that person still on that wanted to see a 49 something booth? 49, 13, 17. Remind me what that is, and if you're still on, I will head to that booth next. Deathhound says, I did sub. Are there any new Dragon Ball statues? There are new Dragon Ball statues in the, I don't know if it's the Bandai booth. It's a different company, but that was in my live stream from yesterday. You can check those Dragon Ball statues out over there. There's a link in the description below to my playlist from yesterday that has my live stream from yesterday inside. Mazik says, have you seen the Stephen Yu voice panel? I have not. There was a request for more booths. We are passing more booths. Show us the websites of the booths, please. Ooh, that's hard to read, isn't it? Well, if there's one that you're like, hey, I want to know that, then let me know and I'll stop and I'll show it to you. These are some people who have art of proofs of Magic the Gathering. Very cool. Frank says, this is the best live stream of Comic-Con right now. I am glad to hear that. Gaming's Finest says, what booths has the longest line? The Funko Pop booth has super long lines. The Tokidoki booth has long lines. But the booth with the longest lines is always Hasbro. This year, Hasbro went to like a raffle system because the lines in previous years to both Hasbro and Lego would extend out beyond the convention center, like down to Seaport Village. If you're not from San Diego, you don't know where that is, but that's like a half mile. Like a half mile long line, that is quite an impressive line, I will say. This booth is cool. They've got some little spinning fan display here.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar Cat says, I agree. This is the live stream I've always wanted. Hey, well, that's great. Trent asks, are you going to the anime booth? Which booth is the anime booth, Trent? Gaming with RJ says, are you ignoring my comments? And RJ, I am not ignoring your comments, but I said if you want me to go to a booth, you have to tell me the number, because I don't know what booth Fortnite is. And I can't look it up because I'm walking around showing you guys what is in each booth. Anthony Pugh said, just subscribe. Thank you for taking the time out to check out each booth. Awesome. Thanks, Anthony. Frank wants to know, what's the product for the fan booth? I don't know. Let's go back and see. Zach says, just a reminder, booth 4017. Thank you for the reminder. This is the fan booth. It is the Anomaly Productions, Faster Than Light, reference models. I'm doing a live stream with 200 people, and somebody saw the fan and asked what the product is for the fan booth.
But I know if you search hologram fan, it'll probably show up.
Hologram fan.
Yeah, we've got it set up so that it's demoing a lot of the 3D stuff that we've got built into our books.
Oh yeah. No, show me. What do you got there?
So this is our Comic-Con exclusive version of our Digital Facebook Creative Creature Catcher.
Okay.
All of our books will have an app that's written, you can download, and it will interact with the books for you. So if you look up at the screen, you'll be able to see what we've got in the comic.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. And that's because that's coming out of the book that you have in your hand that you're pointing the iPad at. So this is the augmented reality coming out of the tablet, and that's the book. And now you'll see that when we look on the screen, the book basically has things popping out of it. She's flipping the pages on the book down there.
Anything with the black bar at the bottom, you give it a tap and you get the extra bonus features, information about species, robots, all sorts of different stuff.
That's cool. There was a question on what's your website. Do you have a website?
ExperienceAnomaly.com.
Okay.
These AR cards.
Okay.
These also have an AR component as well.
Okay.
So each individual one, you can go ahead and demo that right now.
Cool. The website is experienceanomaly.com. Oh wow. So the postcards have AR too. Experienceanomaly.com. Very cool. Guys, check that out. Everybody in the live stream says it's cool, that's so cool, and it's awesome. So thank you for sharing it with everybody here. And me too. All right. Have a great Comic-Con. Oh, yeah. There you go. That was pretty neat. That is probably one of the neatest things I've seen so far. So for the person who said to stop and check that out, that was cool. Spidey fan, welcome back. And Jennifer Perez says she was nice to show you that. She was nice to show me that. You know, there are some people who, when you hold the camera up, they're like, oh, go away. Tyler, you asked if I can pass by the bait booth. The bait booth is the other direction from the direction that I'm walking. So I'm not sure that I'm going to make it by there. Kevin asked if I've already walked by the Hasbro or the Hot Wheels booth. I did yesterday in my 2.5-hour live stream from yesterday. That's in my big booths. When you're done with this live stream, find a link in the description below to my live stream from yesterday, and you can find both Hasbro in there. Gaming with RJ wants me to go back. Go back where? And Super Rasa wants me to go to booth 4545. Let's see, what am I in? I'm in, this is 5551, the bait booth. Maybe I'm near? What's the bait booth number? Bait booth, 5645. I'm at 55 something. I don't know where 56 is. Well, if I get to a 56 aisle, I'll check it out. This is, somebody said they wanted me to go back to Hot Girls. I'm assuming that that is this booth. Okay, moving on. Stabbity Bunny, a cautionary tale for all evildoers. This is a funny cover for a comic book. Kevin, I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words.
I always like an explanation.
Spidey fan. I did not, I think, find that Spider-Man thing you were asking me to look for yesterday. But you will, when this video's done, you will want to watch the archive, because when I walked through Artist's Alley, there was somebody who was just doing Spider-Man art. So that was pretty neat. Adobe is here with Adobe Creative Cloud. Obviously, a lot of artists use Adobe. Occasionally, I use Adobe Premiere to edit. I use Photoshop to edit all of my thumbnails.
Just right. Okay.
Uriel joined in and says, hi from Mexico. Hi from Mexico. Trent Davis says, are you going to return tomorrow? I am at Comic-Con all 4 days. Sugar Cat says the best coffee comes from Mexico. Hey, there's some Spider-Man for the Spidey fan. Gaming's Finest asks if I can go to the place where people sign things. That's up in the sales hall, the sales pavilion, which is far from where I am right now. And honestly, there's nothing that interesting to see there, because there's just long lines of people waiting to get someone to sign, and I wouldn't really be able to get any videos up that close. Oh, this is cool. This is a booth. They don't have a mystery box, but they have a mystery egg. That's just kind of a neat way of doing that. You can pick up a mystery egg here.
What kind of stabilizer is that?
It's a DJI Osmo Mobile 2.
DJI, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Great one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Thanks. Someone was just asking me what kind of stabilizer I had. Here's the Entertainment Hobby Shop. Lots of little action figures. And also masks, if you want like a Mario mask. And more Godzilla type creatures. Gaming's Finest said they saw Nickelodeon. You did see Nickelodeon. Oh, which way are we going here? We're going this way now. Okay, there was a request for a 40 something booth. Remind me what that was again. I'm going towards 4. Jennifer Perez asked if I've seen any stationary booths. I have not seen any stationary booths per se. But certainly there are booths from Japan that sell like markers and pens and that sort of stuff. There's a request for 4545, but I'm already past that. Gilbertus, thanks for joining in. It is late there, but I'm glad you're staying up late. And these are the main booths, just past BBC America, Nickelodeon. Those are all in the stream I did yesterday of the big booths. Deathhound says, Funimation booth, please. Funimation. Okay, I don't think I walked around the Funimation booth yesterday. Funimation booth. Funimation, now, anime, anytime, anywhere. June Gonzalez is watching from Doha, Qatar. Thanks for joining in, June. Yeah, Spidey fan, if I see any Spider-Man stuff, I will call you out. So what are they selling here? Oh, at Funimation, they've got these Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops. And that's pretty much it. That is the Funimation booth right now. Oh, and there's that Funko Pop. Yeah, somebody says, no, Funko. Yeah, Funko has like taken over Comic-Con. Here's another small independent booth, which is what we're doing here. This is Bill Mosley, Indican Pictures. Oh, wow. This is a very interesting magazine they have here, which is Girls and Corpses. Okay, interesting. A Rob Zombie film, Halloween 2. There was a question if I've been to Netflix. I don't think I walked around the Netflix booth. Do you know what booth number Netflix is? This is PCB, Limited Edition Anthology. Defiant wants to go to the Square Enix booth, and I'm not being defiant, but I walked around the Square Enix booth in the live stream yesterday. Find the playlist link below to check that one out. Oh, Frank wants to know what booth this is. So let me go back and tell you in more detail what booth that was. And then it was, I'm going to booth 4045. Okay.
Ready to show about a heartbeat.
What booth is this? It says PCB Infex.
How's it going?
Good, how about yourself?
Good, thank you.
I've got a live stream with about 200 people on it right now.
Hello, live stream. What channel is this?
It's called Yellow Productions, just like my t-shirt right there.
Yellow Productions, what's up internet?
Yeah, good.
What are PCB?
No, tell us about PCB.
We are a transmedia content creation company. We make music, movies, video games, and graphic novels. We've got trailers up for some of our graphic novels right now. We've got our graphic novels available for people to come through and just read at their leisure. We've got Blu-ray copies of our movie Phoenix Incident only here at Comic-Con. We are selling $200 worth of merchandise packed into one exclusive Comic-Con bag for $100. And they're selling like hotcakes right now. It's
Good
awesome.
deal. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Have fun.
Yeah, thanks. You too. There was a request for 4017. Okay, I'm looking for that. And 4045. So let's see. What are these booth numbers over here? I have found... No, this is 39. Okay, so not 39. 40. And where's 4045? This is sometimes the problem about Comic-Con, is it's hard to tell. I guess this is the Netflix booth. August 17th, Disenchantment.
Already slipped him a couple of drops of poison, I see.
This is the Netflix booth.
Hello, welcome to the poison shop.
Thank you.
Hey, do me a favor.
This is the poison shop.
Put this in your actual skull. We've had a problem with that. We have very.
This is a very creative booth, I must say.
I'm just trying to make a little joke on it.
Yeah, this is obviously why when somebody said, "Have you been to the Netflix booth?" I was like, huh. Somebody wants me to look at the Dragon Ball Z wall behind me. There is the Dragon Ball Z wall behind me on Funimation. Frank wants me to spin the bottle. I think I have to stand in line to spin the bottle, and so I'm gonna be lazy on that. Matt Groening's Poison Shop. Oh, I didn't know that it was by Matt Groening. That'll be cool. Then I'm looking forward to that too. See, I learned something new from you all as well. Okay, now 4017.
Not really.
Defiant, thank you for subscribing. I totally appreciate it. And if any of you watching the live stream are new to the live stream, definitely consider subscribing. I'll be having a whole bunch more Comic-Con content, a couple more days left of Comic-Con, cosplay videos. Another fun video I uploaded this morning, if you haven't seen it, is the 360-degree walkthrough of Comic-Con. That I use my GoPro Fusion camera, so you can spin that around at your leisure and don't necessarily have to spin me around. But I'm happy to have you guys spin me around as I'm walking. This is 4-1. These booth numbers are kind of wonky. Spidey Fan says he liked the video. Thank you, Spidey Fan. Somebody mentioned we're up to 100 likes. If you're new to the live stream, if you'd hit the like button, totally appreciate it.
Penny wants to spin the pepper.
Ian wants to know if there's any Fortnite things here. I have not seen it yet, but that doesn't mean there isn't. This is the art of Emily. Emily Strange. Right here, there's Emily Strange. Defiant said that's awesome. He'll watch the 360 video. Very good. Thanks, Defiant. I hope you enjoy that one.
I don't know where you're going.
You have your pass?
Cringe, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't know where Toy Room is. This guy's cool. He's waving. He's got a lot of flair on right there. This is, what is this? This is the Monster Ranger booth. Sugar Cat says we're at 78 likes. Smash the thumbs up button to get us to 100. And thanks for the hashtag 100 likes. Defiant, yes, the 360 video is best watched in VR. You can watch it just regularly on your phone. And Cringe wants me to go to the South Park booth. What is the booth for South Park? What's the number? Frank, website for which one? Monster Rangers? Frank, do you want to know the website for these people? Hi, do you guys have a website? MonsterRangers.com.
Yes.
Look at that, perfect. Thank you very much. I have a live stream with 200 people on it, and I walked by your booth and somebody wanted to know what the website is. It's Frank Viviano. So Frank, there you go. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a request for 40, I think 19. We're in the 40 aisle. I want to get out of the way of this dinosaur right here.
Focus. You actually can see his face. And he talks.
This is the Troma booth, a great independent movie company. Troma with great movies like Redneck Zombies, Poultrygeist, Romeo and Juliet, The Middle Finger, The Last Day of School. I love the Troma movies. Yeah, all right. Right next to them is the Film Geeks of San Diego.
Correct.
Can I get a dark knife?
Mazik wants me to turn behind me. I'm going to start over here and then go to the left because I'm not sure which booth you want me to see. This is VRV, some unique streaming service. I'm guessing it's probably not this one. Next to that is... I think she's a cosplayer, I'm guessing. People want me to say hi to her, but she is in the middle of a conversation, so I don't want to barge in. Mazik, it was what? You want me to go back to that streaming booth? Okay, Mazik, I don't want you to feel ignored. Here's the VRV booth. Hi. Hello. I have 197 people on the live stream, and somebody said they wanted me to come and see your booth.
There in TV land. You can get Crunchyroll individually, you can get Funimation individually, or Verve and get all of these channels and all of these channels.
Good deal.
Yeah, $10 a month.
That's $10 a month.
To win. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner.
Everyone wins at least a 30-day trial, and at best they win a PS4 Pro and a custom skin.
You feel lucky, Chris?
I do feel lucky, yeah. What am I scratching to win here? I win a Verve free trial.
Verve free trial. That's 30 days of Verve.
Okay.
Go to that link.
Okay.
And check it out. And you can scratch once a day.
Yeah.
So you can come back the next few days, try. We start with free 30-day trials. We have gift cards. We have figurines, plushes, and our grand prize is right over here in this case.
Just keep one of them.
PlayStation 4 Pro with a custom skin.
Ooh, that's very fancy.
Those grand prizes. And if you look at the bottom, we've already given out one.
Yeah.
Anyone from San Diego Comic-Con, come on by. We're not scanning. All you have to do is scratch. And if you win, everyone wins.
Good deal. Thank you very much.
They have like limited amounts though.
Hell yeah.
I thought there was like, I saw it on a few people, I was like, oh, they got it at Disneyland or something. Like,
Question for you. Do you have an Instagram? I have 200 people on this live stream, and as I walked by, somebody said, go by the cosplay girl and ask for her Instagram page.
yeah, my Instagram is Nicole M. Jeans.
At Nicole MG.
My name is Nicole Marie Jean.
Okay.
Nicole M. Jean.
At Nicole MG.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. And that's Nicole with a C, no H.
No H.
NICOLEMJ.
What?
She's shedding.
That's
the great part about a cosplay. All right. There were just a bunch of people that said hi. So.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great Comic-Con.
I know your name. I always see you guys on Facebook, man. I always keep eyes and go like, yeah, I'm doing great, man. You know, I just.
You have to come back and
Oops, sorry. What is Shudder? Shudder.
No, the movie.
Yeah. Trinity Sun is awesome. Shudder's great. I can even show you that I have it, so I'm not being a poser.
Oh, I believe you. So Revenge is kind of like the
What is this booth? This is the Peppa Pig booth. I don't know if there's any 5-year-olds watching right now. Frank wants to know, what's the mummy-looking thing? What is the mummy-looking thing? Let's go back and find out what the mummy-looking thing is. Cassandra thinks Shudder is a horror movie.
But it's an awesome movie. It's one of my favorite.
Hi there. I have 206 people on the live stream, and I passed the mummy, and somebody wanted to know what the mummy thing is.
This is the Tooth Child.
It's the what?
You don't know?
I don't know.
Tooth Child. Isn't this a character that every kid knows?
It's the Tooth Child.
This is a costume that
Oh,
4
wow.
7 actors actually wore in the series Channel Zero, which is one of the original series that are coming to Shudder.
Oh, wow.
An online streaming service fully dedicated to scary movies. It's the
This is what they get when they sign up for us. You
Okay.
get a free 30-day trial and a free eyeball pop.
Okay.
And it's the largest collection of scary movies in the world.
The largest collection of scary movies in the world.
Only $4.99 a month after
Yeah.
30 days totally free.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, have a great one. So Shudder, it is a live streaming service for horror movies. And that costume was worn by an actual actor, a 4'7" actor. That is creepy. Wow, this is good cosplay. This person with this big octopus hand. Sea Dark Knight 01. It was Nicole MJ was her Instagram. Here's EFX Collectibles with some interesting movie props. For the people who are asking me to go to the big booths like Marvel, Square Enix, and I know I'm here by Square Enix, but it was in my live stream from yesterday. I spent like 2.5 hours going around all the big booths, but there's just a little peek into it. And here, maybe a little peek into some Square Enix products on the side. David Dude says, what about Funko? David, I went to Funko in yesterday's live stream too. Take a look, the link's in the description below to my Comic-Con 2018 playlist, and I went to the Funko booth like at the end. So if that's all you're interested in, you could totally skip to the end of that one. Here's a cool cosplay photo people are setting up for. Cyborg Man asks if I game. I probably used to play more games than I do now, but I would say that my favorite game to play now is Dance Dance Revolution. I know that that's probably really silly and really geeky, but what I like about Dance Dance Revolution is I can get exercise at the same time as I game. And I like music, so it all kind of goes together. Daniel says, I'm off. Thanks so much, Daniel. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And stay tuned for more videos from Comic-Con. But thanks for the kind words. Turner says, how long will you be live? Nugget of Blue Gold says, live streaming crashes my browser. That's unfortunate. This particular live stream, I'm going to wrap up in about 10 minutes because it's lunchtime and I need to go eat some food, and my battery is going to be dead. So there were a couple of booth requests. There's the Steven Universe here, and so we'll do this. Gaming with RJ says next time I should ask a girl out. Gaming with RJ, I have a wife, so she would probably not appreciate that all that much. But hey, thanks for thinking of me. There was a request for the Bondi booth, so I'm gonna go by this one. I'm gonna get lunch and then I'm gonna come back. I haven't done, like, I started, this was like the 3000s, and I haven't done the small press area, so I'm gonna go eat lunch after this, and then I'm gonna come back in a couple hours and then pick up in the other half of the convention hall that is just beyond this. So for those of you who want me to check out some things like Fortnite and all that stuff, you gotta, you gotta tell me the booth numbers. So that guy's all into Fortnite and that stuff. Oh wow! So this is the a lot of the Bandai stuff is at this booth here. This is the Tamashii Nations booth, and it's got a long. You can see that line wraps around the booth, and that's where they have a lot of those Dragon Ball Z figures. Will there be live streams every day? I don't know. Maybe. Frank asked if I have any other recommendations for live streaming. Unfortunately, I've been just doing my live stream, so I haven't been watching any others. Sugar Cat says 10 more likes and we'll be at 100. So please, if you're still on and you haven't liked it, give it a like. Cringe says boost 3029. Cringe, just for you, that will be the last booth I go to before I wrap up for lunch. I will go to booth 3029. This is the Hasbro booth, and you know, the Hasbro booth, it's one that's like really not that interesting to see unless you can go and buy stuff, because the Hasbro booth just ends up with what looks to be like a very long line over there, and then shelves of merchandise. But you pretty much have to see things on the website. Sea Dark Knight 01 says, can you go to DC? I went to DC yesterday. So I spent actually a good amount of time in the DC booth, and also in my 360 walkthrough. I did a 360 camera through the DC booth. Find that in my playlist below. So there's two Hasbro booths, right? There's the toy shop, and then there's this part.
Years. Like a long time.
Probably 2 more days.
But it's a smaller place.
Defiant, yes, I went to Konami yesterday too. Okay, so I see the Marvel toys, they're to the left. I need to go by My Little Pony first to get over there. Any My Little Pony fans on the stream? What about Trolls?
Yes.
Sugar Cat says, we did it, 104 likes. I mean, these Trolls are pretty cool, aren't they? And there's a button here. What happens if I push this button? It starts to sing. There's Disney princesses. Here's the Marvel Hasbro. They've got this really big setup here.
Go stand by Rapunzel and I'll take a picture.
And this actually has like 2 levels. There's a lower level down here too where some other fights going on. This is an impressive fight scene. And then back here, there's this Marvel Legends series, 10 for 10.
I was able to get the Mezco shit. I got DBZ, the Roshi. I picked up Goku, even though I got one. And that was it. That's all I wanted.
Spider-Man, Spidey fan. Here you go. Here's some Spider. There's at least a Spider-Man.
I don't know for certain.
And there's another Spider-Man, Spidey fan.
Did you get that for yourself? Yeah. What's up, man? Oh shit! Nice to meet you, bro. Oh shit! Nice to meet you, man.
What's up, man?
All right. That's what's up, man. You live out here?
And then there's some more Marvel branded stuff over here. This is a lot of Spider-Man.
Navy, yeah, because my sister's, my girl's sister.
Spider-Man into the Spider-Booth, into the Spider-Verse.
I was trying to get into the Star Wars panel, but I didn't get into it.
And then there's Marvel Black Panther.
I tried, but
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, says Cyborg Man.
Wait a minute.
And then there's Star Wars. Sugar Cat says, thanks for this live stream. I gotta go. Sugar Cat, thanks for joining in. Thanks for pepping up people for the 100 likes. And then thanks for everybody who did the 100 likes. I appreciate it.
Okay, that's just as good. Nice.
Okay.
I thought that you were going to be female Inspector Gadget. Put on the one. It's very good, but Castiel's good too. Wow.
C Dark Knight asked if my wife ever goes to Comic-Con with me. She has not been to Comic-Con. We have been to WonderCon together, which is the smaller convention up in Anaheim. I think that's a little easier one to navigate. There's not as many crowds. It's also cheaper to go into. Cringe says he wants me to go to 3029. Frank, what? What? No way. Yes, WonderCon is way more chill. And my wife likes to go to WonderCon also to see all the cosplay, particularly to take pictures of the cosplayers. Okay, this is...
Can I get a picture?
Oh, here, let's take a look at this cosplayer right here.
Thank you.
Okay. The gimbal did not turn fast enough for you to really get a good look at that. Okay. This is aisle 300. Cringe, you want me to go to 3029? Kind of looking. Oh wow, look at this. It's little Chewbacca! And an impressive cosplay right here.
More Star Wars stuff.
Thank you. Great cosplay.
All my Hero Academia items have been sold out for today. We'll have stock for tomorrow.
Spidey fan, what did I just do? Okay, 3029 is Mattel. I see Mattel in the back, so I'm walking that way. Oh, and for the request of the Lego booth, this is the Lego booth. There's Thanos over there. Lego the movie. They've got a Lego Aquaman.
Whoa. Mashup. That's a mashup Aquaman,
David the
right?
Dude, what number is the Pokemon booth? If you want me to go to a booth, you have to tell me what booth number you want me to go to. Okay, there's two Mattel booths. There's the Mattel toy store over there, but there's this big Mattel booth here. So let's walk through this one and see if this one has what you're looking for. This is Aquaman. C Dark Knight asks, did I miss where you seen the comic drawing? That was at the beginning of this live stream. So yes, when I'm done here shortly, then you can watch the archive of this live stream, and the Artist's Alley was like the first 30 minutes of this live stream. Here's some Aquaman stuff. Hey, Spidey fan, it's cool. You don't need to give me anything. I'm glad you enjoy seeing the new Spider-Man stuff. Trent Davis asked where I bought my tickets. I bought my tickets as part of the Comic-Con pre-sale. If you've been to Comic-Con in a previous year, they let you essentially pre-register for the next year. Maybe half the people that have Comic-Con tickets can sign up for the next year. So, okay, this is a group of people that is not moving. Why are we not moving? Here's some Harry Potter stuff.
I know. Hey.
It's like magic Hogwarts. I should have bought one. I got a steak.
Can I squeeze through here? Thank you.
For the dogs.
This is Jurassic World. There's a whole bunch of Jurassic World stuff here.
She looks so utterly like.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you have any WWE toys in this booth?
We do. Actually, the entire WWE statement that's over there, we have the most amazing entrance stage that I've ever seen that they just did.
Just on the other side of this booth?
Just on the other side of this booth.
Cool.
And if you want to cut through now, you're more than welcome to.
I'll do it. Thank you. Okay, Cringe. I'm finding that WWE section for you. But since I'm passing by more Jurassic stuff, Frank says, how much were your tickets? My tickets were $60 per day, 4 days, so $240.
All complete. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was really like tasty. So, what are you doing tonight? Good job. Let me know.
Okay, here we go. Cringe, I found WWE. And Jennifer Perez says, before you go, just want to say enjoy your lunch and see you in the next video streaming. Jennifer, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the kind words and the support. I appreciate it. This is the Retro Fighters collection by WWE. And they've got something here set up for Andre the Giant. I guess that's the hands of Andre the Giant. Let's see, how do these hands compare to my hands? Wow. I mean, those are like amazing sized hands. Oh wow. This is a big WWE setup here. With a guy standing in front of it. SmackDown Live. I mean, if that was like a real WWE event, that would be pretty crazy. Gaming with RJ asks what I'm going to have for lunch. I'm probably going to Chipotle for lunch today to get a burrito. Alucard asks, will you broadcast every day? If there's things interesting to show you every day, I sure will. I'll just broadcast when I see interesting things. Gaming with RJ says he's going to have Subway. They've also got WWE muscle characters. Spidey Fan says, I hope to go. I hope you have a wonderful Comic-Con. See you guys. Thanks, Spidey Fan, for tuning in. Frank Viviano says, who's your favorite wrestler of all time? For me, I'm going to say Hulk Hogan. But I'm not like probably the world's biggest, wrestling aficionado to know all the wrestlers. Yeah, somebody said you guys are boring. There's, you know, don't try a chain. The reason why I do the chains, particularly when it's Comic-Con, is because I want something that is fast and I don't have to stay there forever. Oh, this is cool too. This is Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth at their wedding. That's pretty funny. And then this is the other half of the figures up here. Alex says he loves your live stream tour of San Diego Comic-Con. David Dude says, let's go to a bar. What I would say is, if it wasn't Comic-Con, one thing I do like is I like Hodad's. Hodad's has really good burgers. They started in Ocean Beach, and now they've got some locations around here too. There was a question of where is Andre the Giant? That's a good question. That looks like Hulk Hogan. Where's Andre the Giant? You would think there'd be an Andre the Giant figure, huh? That would be bigger than the rest? I don't actually see one though. And, oh, here's Andre the Giant. This is the Andre the Giant life-size statue. He is 7'4". He weighs 525 pounds. That's a big dude. All right, well, I hope everybody has enjoyed this live stream. If you are new to my channel, this is the first time you've seen it, then definitely consider subscribing, because I'll be doing a whole bunch more Comic-Con content this whole weekend. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any great videos. I won't say goodbye because I will see you guys in the next video. And if it's not my next live stream, then check out some of the archives that I've got. Links in the description below to my Comic-Con 2018 playlist and also my best cosplay from yesterday. All right, peace out. And when, you know, I don't know when I'll do the next live stream. So after you subscribed, click that little bell, click the bell notification, like subscribe, then click the bell, turn on notifications, then you'll get an email or a mobile notification when I do the next live stream. All right, as you can tell, it is getting really busy and I'm really in the thick of things now. All right, I need to eat and I need to drink, go in 2 hours and 10 minutes, so see you later.